we tend, to bring that now around the world and see if we can infect one or the other with our beautiful traditional dead cows that you wrap around your legs. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you on how and why, we came to Platform.sh, and because I just became a grandfather 2 months ago, I thought, okay, the title should be giving birth to a global product. It was 9 months. I think that we that we ran through it, which is pretty quick and pretty fast. We all know how long it can take to get a product or a product to life, and the 9 months was really super efficient. Yeah, that's obviously upfront one of the reasons why we came to Platform.sh. So we do data and experience management. So if it's product information management, master data management, if you're looking into CDP, even CMS, customer experience side, e-commerce, we all provide this in one platform, integrated, connected, super efficient, so that you can run a whole digital transformation project or product experience management even for your clients, and develop this quick and easy based on how you need it. What turned out for us is that we said, okay, we have a huge install base. We want to go global. We want to develop the US market. We already have an install base also in Asia, in the Asia Pacific area. So how do we take that further and make sure that we capture the opportunity and give most or our benefits to most of the clients possible worldwide? So what we already had was a SaaS-based solution, because services or as a service is always in demand on the market, and clients want to consume products and solutions as a service. So we had a SaaS solution, but it was, to be very honest, it was limiting our capabilities. Pimcore is very open. It's a framework, as I said. You can, connect a bunch of different data options or data silos into it. Make it a central point of data management and of master data management. And we had a SaaS solution, but we figured out it just limits our features, because this click and play or drag and drop or no code, low code or whatever, it's just limiting what clients can do with our product. So we said, okay, SaaS is obviously something which is challenging to us, so we have to look into different options. And the openness of our technology stack obviously was also a challenge, because if you can connect pretty much everything, so where do you go and how do you provide the service and make sure that you can connect everything and from everywhere. We have a highly innovative roadmap because our code is open, so it's open source, and there is always a bunch of partners and clients obviously who love to tweak and play around with the product and do something which is which we never had an idea of, but sooner or later we figure out it makes sense, so we integrate it and standardize on it. And last but not least, we sit on more than 100,000 installations. We have more than 170 agencies and solution partners out there. We have global alliances like Shopware, like PaaS, combination, a bunch of guys. And there is more than 200 extensions already and over 1,000 developers which are using Pimcore. So we said, okay, how do you get that product really global and make it consumable as a service? So as we are all brilliant minds in Pimcore, we created a plan. If you have a plan, not to fail. My name is Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow. I have a plan. So what we wanted to do is that we really create the best practice for Pimcore on how you deploy it and how it's possible to run it. Because that was already one of the things we realized very often. Clients ask a lot, requirements, how to do this, how to do that, what about security, compliance topics, all these come in. So we said, okay, we obviously as a vendor should know how to, so let's create this best practice and make those available on a global scale. We said make it available across global stacks, which also means not being limited in a provider, for example. Because if you think as a service, some are using AWS, some are using Azure, some are using Google or OHV, whatever it might be. So we really need to make sure that it runs across all different technology stacks, plus our technology stacks, our alliances, and our partner tech stacks. We wanted to stay and really transparent in price. So we are always, from a Pimcore point of view, it's open code, but you get a commercial license with it. And we wanted to make sure that it's easy to understand and easy to price. We don't want to fiddle around with royalty-based or success-based fees or whatever and charge per whatever calls, API calls, this and that. We said Pimcore was always straightforward and fair in its pricing. This is what we want to keep. It should be quick and easy to identify how much do you pay if you're running Pimcore. And obviously, last but not least, ensure simple operations. Make them secure and make sure that consulting and migrations, for example, is also easy to do for existing deployments, which probably are on-premise and now go towards the service or the cloud-based service, yeah, with Pimcore. So that's the plan. So far so good. Any questions? Somebody been at that stage already? Yeah. Been there, done that? All right. So we were at the pathway of, what covers both? Yeah, how do you get standardization throughout, let's say, different stacks from a tech point of view and from regions point of view, from a global point of view, but still keep that customize and custom possibility within the product? Because that's obviously one of the key values that we can provide, that Pimcore is adjusted to the client needs and not that the client needs to adjust to how Pimcore works. Yeah? So we really needed to make sure that these custom possibilities and flexibility with Pimcore remain, because that's the key thing. So, on-premise, this is where we started with the plan. Yeah? You have to cover everything, and you know this. Yeah? From a client point of view or from an agency point of view, if you put that solution out, the client will ask you, what is the network that I need? How does it fit in there? What's the storage, operating system, virtualization, runtimes, etc., etc. Yeah? So you have to cover with the whole, let's call it shit. Yeah, we like the S word still in Austria. You have to cover with the whole top. Yeah, then we thought, okay, why not look into infrastructure as a service? We know how to run Pimcore, best practice. Why don't we just pull an infrastructure as a service thingy underneath, yeah, on multiple cloud providers, for example? We run the show. Yeah. So yeah, that's obviously a plan, yeah, but then we figured out, who is doing it on the Pimcore side? Yeah, we probably don't have the resources and the time that it takes to build out the resources, run that all on our own, develop this, create SLAs, etc., not an option. The next option obviously was, we have a SaaS product where we don't have to do everything. Yeah, why don't we rethink and rebuild a little bit on the SaaS product? So we sit down together again, we review the whole thing, we figure out, if we do the SaaS thing and if we do more on the SaaS thing, we are limiting the platform, we are limiting our clients, we are limiting our agencies. There's no sex with this, we're not gonna do this. So in the end, we took a look at platform as a service, which from the abbreviation point of view was already perfect, because we can call it Pimcore as a service, and it's still a platform as a service. Right? So it was already the first thing where I said, okay, two things and already in one abbreviation, dude, that takes us further. And then we really looked into it and we said, okay, that's most probably the best way for us in Pimcore to go for, because we keep everything which is the data and the application itself in the responsibility and with the client. So whatever you want to do with your data and what kind of data you want to use, what kind of applications you want to build, you and your agency have the possibility, and you are the owner of this part of the business. It's nothing that you have to be restricted or bound or whatever. From the Pimcore point of view, your ownership, you're in control, just simply perfect. And everything below, from the runtime to the network down there, is managed in the platform. So yeah, our search was done, and then obviously we had to look who is the perfect partner to give birth to this baby. And this is where I wouldn't say we stumbled across Platform.sh, because it was pretty quick, who are the providers that we could talk to, who really, fit into the plan. And I think one of the key things on Platform.sh was not only the tech stack, and let's say the Symfony, the open source, all these technical components, they obviously play a vital role, if you think about a framework like Pimcore, but the culture was just there. When we started to speak with the Platform.sh guys, we said, okay, these guys are on a run like we are, there was always good talks, there was a good fit, chemistry right away, everything was going easy, flexible, just like Pimcore. It was not like discussing with AWS or Microsoft guys or Meta guys or whatever. We really thought, okay, that's a perfect fit. And so we came up with Platform.sh and built the baby and built Pimcore as a service to have all the cloud infrastructure, these operating tools, the 24/7 support, for example, which was an added value for us from Pimcore. We couldn't provide it before, so we can do this now with Platform.sh. Security and compliance, obviously a huge topic. We had that yesterday in the keynotes, When you think about all this SOC, HIPAA, now in the US with this healthcare kind of thing, it's like, okay, if you want to do this on your own, we said, no, perfect, somebody did it, let's steal from the best, big topic on the compliance also in Europe. And obviously we wanted to make sure that this developer experience is there. And that's also given with Platform.sh, because you also come from this open source world. It's a development and developer framework platform. So everything that our agencies and clients used before it in terms of technology, you just use it one-on-one on Platform.sh with Pimcore as a service. So there is no need to redirect, relearn, and think about, how do I get the hold over these technologies now or whatever. You just go on as you are. It's just way simpler and even more service and even more value that you get in. So it's really very free, and we enjoyed it a lot. And also our partners, which started to work and already positioned and placed Pimcore on Platform.sh, gave us the same feedback. They said, okay, it's a beautiful experience, keep going. Yeah? Make the storage a bit cheaper and then everything's So where we started off now with Platform.sh is that we created 4 packages, and that was also one of the things that we are able now to provide with Pimcore as a service on Platform.sh, on the PaaS service. So we were able to build some packages which gives clients and agencies an idea, where and how to start with Pimcore at what sizes. So if I have a simple, let's say MVP, or I need a development environment, which gives me a bunch of options or all the options of the Pimcore framework, I'll have a starter package, log in there, spin it up. I think it takes like today 5 to 15 minutes to get the Pimcore install up and running. If you want to take a look, or if you want to see how it works, we have a little table out there where you can take a look at the platform. And then obviously for existing clients which are thinking about migrating their on-premise deployments into Pimcore as a service, we said, okay, let's look at the growth and performance packages, whereas growth already gives you, these workload topics. If you connect different sources into Pimcore, bring that in, do some ETLs, play them out on websites or into e-commerce shops, etc., etc. Then that's the growth package. And the performance package obviously is if you have really e-commerce shops, for example, integrated with our global aligned shopware or whatever, all running on Platform.sh together, for example, you go into the performance package, and grow and scale this package is where you need it. And Upsun obviously is very interesting for us. If I think about the custom one, that we obviously can build as the client needs, maybe Upsun in the future will be a custom package, where you say, okay, dear client, start with your MVP, pay for what you use, and then just scale it out and grow it out. So that's a perfect fit also from the Platform.sh roadmap to the Pimcore roadmap to keep flexibility in each and every direction, no matter how you scale. So what are the benefits? I mentioned a few already. So many animations, I was super creative that day. So global coverage, focus on the business, and that's always the topic that I believe is super important. We tend to, we live in a tech world and we love to throw out buzzwords, AI, and all these different platforms, etc., etc. But it's really for us that the beautiful thing is that we don't necessarily have to talk the client through any feature or function. And I think it was mentioned yesterday afternoon pretty heavily in the business talk. We can really listen to the client and say, okay, what is it that you need to achieve? Do you need to run an e-commerce site? Do you want to connect into marketplaces? Do you have a huge amount of SKUs that you need to get control of or beef up with AI? Just look at the business case and then simply identify a package, go after, and build out the project for the client. It's one partner. So Pimcore as a service with all the features, all the functions, it's one contract that you sign off. You don't need FinOps to manage a Pimcore as a service environment, so it's really straightforward, easy, everything covered in one. It gives you all the operational efficiencies in terms of cost, but also in management of the platform. Obviously, you have the flexibility, and time to market is a key topic. If you have the thingy available in 5 to 15 minutes, as you mentioned before with your sites, efficiency, in operating these kind of things, it's the same on our end. It's just super efficient and super quick. And the tech benefits, not to forget, because we're all tech companies. Through, again, 10-minute setup, the CI and CD pipelines, there are these famous YAML files that you just create, and use. It's brilliant. Developers know this, developers use it. No need to learn anything new or change of mind on how you deploy on the tech side. The tools next to it. So personally, Blackfire, for example, I love the thingy. We just recently built this integration with shopware through PaaS, and we ran in a bit of a performance problem, so peak traffic or performance issues. Next to this, we fired up Blackfire, took a look, okay, there is a problem here and there. Then you give a Slack message to, I think it was Vincent, he's in the room, and he said, okay, I upgrade the thing, move it over to the US, rock and roll. Off you go, and there is the speed to have. So it's really delivering on the promise that we do have and that we do pitch with the product. And manage this, have your support. It's really very free operations, and this is what we love. And if you think about the roadmap, because for us, obviously, it is a strategic move to join forces with Platform.sh and create more value for the client. It's developing well. If you see in the end of the roadmap, integrate with the fast CDN support. We already did this. As usual, we are ahead of time. In between we missed some steps, and this is what we now cover up there, but I'm pretty sure that this will work pretty quick. Getting further pre-package optimizations, which probably can be skipped with Upsun or not. We don't know. We'll see how that fits into the roadmap on our side. We are working on PaaS ready badges for partners, so that our solution partners, which are already certified with Pimcore on the developer side, on the consultant side, they can also achieve a PaaS badge, for example. And we obviously will work closer and even further enhance the CV that we have on the tech side, to enable our clients and to enable our partners. Yeah, that's it from my side. Last slide. If you want to know more about Pimcore, if you want to meet all the Pimconauts, which are out there in the world, make sure to book your trip to Salzburg last week of April, where Inspire is going to happen. And thanks a lot for your time. If there is any questions, I'm obviously happy to answer them because I know it all. Thank you. Question.
What was the core strategic driver for you to launch, a cloud solution on top of Pimcore?
The cost.
The core strategic reason.
The core strategic reason was that there was really a demand from the market point of view. And one of the key things, we opened the US this year. So we started with one person. We are two, I think, in December, and we should be three by end of the year. And the US market, for example, is not into any on-premise kind of things. So we said our SaaS portfolio or a SaaS product is not a fit because it's too limiting from what we can do with Pimcore. So we had to look into another option which allows us to have our product really scaling on a global way as a service, from the US to the APAC. That was the key thing,
Thank you.
key driver.